Why are women so complicated? This is a lot of question. This is the question a lot of people ask, particularly to myself, right? And depending on the way relationship goes, and a lot of men are the ones that basically ask this question. And I want to answer it in this series of Life Unscripted because it's a very important topic that needs to be addressed. So I welcome you to another episode of Life Unscripted. In Life Unscripted, I show you how you can be able to become a student for life over academic session for optimum and sustainable success. This is because life is unscripted and it only takes the discipline of a pen and a paper to write or rewrite your script. If it is your first time on my channel, hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell to get a notification when the next content drops. And if it is your first time on Facebook, go ahead and click on that follow button because that is one of the best decisions you're going to make in your life this year and beyond. And of course, I'm going to share with you why in this series. Incredible. So, a lot of people think that women are complicated. I understand your point of view, and I'm going to share with you because I agree with you that women are complicated. This is because we learned complication. See, if you're a woman, if you have a sister, a friend who is a lady, and whatever that it is concerning this lady's thing, we need to have this raw, unfiltered conversation, okay? So that we can be able to address this. There is a truth to what people are asking, and it doesn't make sense. People are asking unboarding questions that never have answers. So let's answer this question ourselves. We need to go back and search our mind to be able to know why people are asking this question. Is it actually true? And what can we do better? Awesome. So now I understand the fact that people think that women are so complicated. And I agree with you because why things are complicated is because we lack understanding. And it is because we don't know that we have this ignorance about the aspect of ourselves in order to unravel that which is already complex. So the complexity of our person, it's all about people finding very difficult to analyze us, very difficult to understand us. Because we're emotional beings, today our emotions fade. Emotions are very, very temporal. And if you don't have emotional intelligence and self control, you will see that people will find it very difficult to deal with you. And so that's why people are asking the questions because sometimes it looks like we don't know what we want because we are not driven by the right attitude. We are driven by our emotions, and emotions are very temporal. So I understand that women are emotional thinkers, and there is always a way out because we react to emotions. There are sentiment, envy, jealousy, and what have you, even among ourselves, not to talk of relationship with men. And that is what is affecting marriages and by extension affecting homes and by large affecting the society because we are called to be helpers, but because we don't even understand where to help, it makes it more complex and it makes it more complicated. So how do we make it how do we the question is, how do women understand and come to the realization that truly they are complicated and it is time for them to be sophisticated? Because the essence of us being helpers is that we are sophisticated enough to help those people that God put in our hands. All right. And so, how do you move from a point of complication to sophistication? Now, complication in the concept of things is that something is difficult to analyze, it's difficult to understand, right? But sophistication, and we want these people who are asking this question, why are women so sophisticated? And that will be another level of conversation that is quite broad and as well as very healthy for the community at large. So the thing is that even we as women, we don't even know that we are complicated, right? Because our emotions can tell us, oh, today we want money. No, I don't want your money. Today you want this, just because you are reacting based on your emotions. And now you need to put your emotions in check. See, what I'm about to share with you is what many people will not talk online. And I love myself enough to an extent that people around me know I love blunt and honest, open conversation, because I know that when I'm honest with myself, I can truly make amends to be able to create that change that I desire. But if I keep lying to myself and trying to use my emotions to cluster around everything, sentiment and all, I will not make headway. This is me being very truthful, because I know that it is the truth that makes us free. That's why when you love the truth, you will always be free to live the life that you desire. That's what your Bible said. So freedom is at the degree which you are very truthful and people around you tell you the truth to be able to make headway. So we want to have that truthful conversation. It's time for them to begin to ask, why are women so sophisticated? And we are now going to let them know that our sophistication is the capabilities that helps us to actually help them, as we are called as helpers. That's why we can multitask. We need to know how to use our powers. That's why we can multitask. You see a woman, she's carrying a baby, she's carrying a baby, she's pregnant, she's cooking. You'll be wondering, how come one woman is doing this? Some men are even struggle to do two things, only two. But we can actually multitask, and there is not we can accomplish more. So there is a blessing to our sophistication, and we should learn how to be sophisticated and not being complicated. And so, because of that, because we have not been able to learn how to be sophisticated, that's why our relationship don't last. Because we are always driven by our emotions and we don't have self control. See, what I'm trying to tell you is because I have my own piece of cake and I have to be very honest with you. There is no lie around all this thing. And it's not like I'm trying to paint a particular picture. I'm coming from a point of experience as well as improved knowledge. And that's why over the time we celebrated International Women's Day on the 8th of March, I've been wondering because the theme says accelerate action. But I'm asking, which action are we accelerating actually? Or we are just celebrating ourselves from the low self-esteem of then that we were seen as second-class citizens when we are not given the opportunity to go to school. And we are trying to be able to paint and motivate ourselves. And even our self-esteem is not even improved. We are just painting to show and say, oh, you are powerful. We are motivating ourselves. And I'm telling you that, yes, there is a part of motivation, but you can never, there is no amount of motivation that can ever equal to education. So we need education more than motivating ourselves in the name of celebration. So what exactly, I'm asking, are we celebrating? Because every single day you will see that women to women relationship don't even last. And you will see that because they don't even know how to relate with themselves, they carry that to a man's house. Before you know it, you will see that some divorces that you are seeing, a man that will leave a woman to go and marry another one, you will see it is because of that another woman that doesn't know what it means to have women supporting women empowerment we have been going all through and all of that. Because we don't understand how we can support each other and how we can relate with each other, we will cause a marriage to break by ourselves when we should be building homes. So what exactly is the problem? We need to get sophisticated and not get complicated. And that is why we have been able to gather, we want to gather women and ladies to start from the scratch to begin to tell themselves the truth so that we can actually begin to build a relationship that actually lasts, so that we will begin to work on our emotions to actually create better homes. Check whatever it is. I'm not saying that we are very worst people. Of course we are amazing. I mean, we should be sophisticated and use our powers very well, because we have constituents that helps us to be very, very powerful. But we need to know where we belong, how to relate with ourselves. And that's why with a life coach, Coach 𝗟𝗂𝗧𝗧, has been able to give me the opportunity of his platform to be able to share with you how you can network intentionally and sustain your relationship as a woman. This conversation is very, very critical. We are going to talk about why female friendships or relationship don't last, and how you can be able to make this thing better in order to build better relationships in your love relationship, as well as build better homes that the next generation is going to enjoy. It's time to have that unfiltered conversation. It's time to be raw, right? It's time to be blunt. It's time to get the truth. So if you're a lady, if you're a woman, or if you're a man, you need your wife to be here. You need your sister to be here. You need your mom to be here. Let's make that evolution, because we really need to accelerate our actions, and it needs to come from a point of education beyond motivation from past life. So it's time for evolution, and that is where we are bringing this conversation. Of course, the opportunity is free. You can attend for free. If you want to participate, just type WCW in the comment section or to the number on your screen. Of course, there is going to be a link around this flyer. When you check my Facebook timeline or my YouTube channel, you're going to see a link around this flyer for fast action. If not, and you really want to be part of this, type WCW to the comment or to the number on your screen, right? And of course, we are going to have this conversation on Wednesday, 26th of March, 2025. All right, we are going to assemble all women. Already, there are over 1,000 persons that are already seated for this conversation. So you're already late. Over 1,000 persons are already seated for this conversation. I don't know if you heard that correctly, but I had to rephrase so that you understand that it is time for that true evolution to happen. So we stop motivating ourselves without education. And it is time to move from a point of complication to sophistication so that we can build better homes, better marriages, and of course, better society. I hope you take that advantage, and I can't wait to see you on the inside. I still remain your friend and your go-to-get edupreneur, founder of the Confident Global Champions Network, Mrs. 𝗟𝗲𝗃𝗃𝗃. And until I come your way again in the next series and the next episode of Life Unscripted, don't forget that life is unscripted. You only need the discipline to pick up a pen and a paper to write or rewrite your script, because there are defining moments and there are redefining moments. So it's time to stand up, actually, to live the life you are proud of and not the one people recommend. Until then, I love you. Subscribe for more and share with your friends. Share with that your wife, your friend, even your enemies. So they will not haunt you in your network. So share with people you know this is going to bless. And of course, value will always return to its original source. And it will be an amazing time to spend with ladies and women who are already seated to have massive value in this particular class. See you then.